In this video, I'm going to be making stuffed pepper soup. So I'm going to give you all the ingredients that you're going to need first. You're going to need some bell peppers. I have here a green, a yellow, and a red bell pepper. You're going to need one onion chopped, and I have some extra onion. You don't need this, but I had some in the refrigerator, and I was going to show it to you because I'm going to use the rest of that just to get rid of it out of the refrigerator. Minced garlic, you need 2/3 tablespoons of minced garlic. You need 2 pounds of sausage. Now, these are sausage patties. We bought these with the intention of using them for something else, but we didn't end up doing that, so I'm going to use, these are in patties, but you can still use them like fried up in a pan and still break it apart just like regular sausage. So I'm going to be using, you need about 2 pounds of sausage. Then you need salt and pepper to taste. You're going to need a can of tomato sauce. This is a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, a 15-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. You need 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You need a bag of success rice. I like the white success rice. And you need some shredded cheese. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up, I'm going to clean my peppers, of course, and chop those. I'm going to chop my onion up. But then you'll see me also get this sausage into the pan, and also the success rice, I go ahead and boil it separately. So I've talked about success rice before. I love this because it's in these, you get 4 boil in bag packets of rice, and it only takes 15 minutes for it to boil. So my water is actually boiling now. I'm going to put this in for 15 minutes and then start the other stuff. I'll be right back. So I just said 15 minutes. It actually just takes 8 to 10 minutes. So I set a timer for 10 minutes and I'll take it out then. I've got Kevin over here
working my tail off.
He is going to chop up the peppers. He cleaned them, and now he's going to chop them up. You just want them into nice bite-sized pieces, and then he'll do the onion for me as well. Okay, so I drained my sausage. Sausage is cooked and done. I left a little bit of the grease in here because we're going to take these peppers and onion, and we're going to put it all in this pot, and we're going to just let these cook until they soften up, basically, till they become translucent, because you don't want a hard pepper in your soup. So just stir it and let it cook. And these are those onions that I had in the refrigerator. I wanted to use the rest of them. So Kevin actually only ended up dicing half of that onion because I had the other onion. So we're gonna let this cook. My rice, I drained the water out of my rice. It's already done and ready to go. So we're just gonna let this cook. So Kevin is grating the cheese.
My favorite job.
This will get your arm tired, but let me tell you something. There is a difference between you buying a block of cheese and grating it yourself, and you buying the bag of pre-shredded. You can buy the bag of pre-shredded, but it is dry. Yeah, they put like some kind of powdery stuff in there so that it won't stick together, but the texture, if you do it yourself, is just so much better. Okay, this looks nice to me, and of course it'll cook more as we let the soup sit. But this is the can of crushed tomatoes. And then we're going to add our tomato sauce. I'm going to stir this a little bit so that my peppers on the bottom don't start to stick. There we go. That's good. Okay, and now our rice is cooked, like I showed you. And so I'm just going to dump this whole bag in here.
It comes up with a handy hook on the top. It used to. Does it still?
It still does. Yeah. Yeah.
It's on the top where you can hook it out of there
Yeah.
to drain it.
So stir that in. Okay, and now you want to, I'm going to use like, this is a fourth, so 2 of these, you think?
Yeah, they're pretty heaping, so.
Okay, and then I'm going to use like at least a tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce because we love Worcestershire sauce. Like, you can't put too much Worcestershire sauce for us.
Yeah, what is it, Chex Mix? They say to put so much in there, and I like just let it sit and pour.
Yes, yes. Yeah, Kevin will just pour it, and we just absolutely love it. And now at this point too, I'm gonna add my sausage. I'm going to take one of my cans of tomatoes, so I've still got some in there. I'm going to fill this probably up with almost full of water and add that. And if that is not enough water, then I'll fill it up again and we'll add more. Because this is a soup. At this point too, you want to add some salt and pepper, and that's just to taste. And you're going to stir that in. And I am going to add probably, what, half a can, Kevin?
More water?
Yeah, I'm going to add like another half can of water.
Yeah, because some of that'll cook off anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so at this point, you just want to let it simmer for, it doesn't take long because everything's already been cooked. So you probably want to let it simmer for just 15 or 20 minutes. So this looks ready to me. So I'm going to just put it in a bowl. And you could put more water in there if you want to. It just depends on how thick you want it. I like it thick like that. And then stuffed peppers, our stuffed peppers always had Velveeta on top. But I am going to use this instead of Velveeta.
It's cheddar.
It's, yeah, and I add that. Okay, here we go. This is exciting.
It's very hot.
And if you're curious, where did you get this recipe? Well, I just made it up myself. So, if it's not good, it won't be anybody's fault but my own. So, because I'm just thinking, there's so many different ways you could do this. When I have a stuffed pepper recipe on YouTube, so if you haven't seen that, it's old, but it's like the recipe we use every single time for stuffed peppers. Normally, I use ground beef, but since we had this sausage, and I love sausage, genuinely love sausage, so I thought, why not use sausage and see if it adds some flavor to it.
I mean, you could definitely add sausage and stuffed pepper.
Yeah, or you could do half and half. You could do a pound of sausage and a pound of ground beef. However you want to do it. I just thought this sounded good. Ooh, I like the flavor of the peppers.
Mm-hmm. Peppers and the sausage. The rice adds a good texture to it.
You know, I know it's called stuffed pepper soup, but I didn't know when you're eating a regular stuffed pepper, you get that whole big pepper on the outside. I didn't know if it would get lost in this soup.
You taste
it. Didn't. You definitely taste it.
I mean, if you wanted more, you could always add more peppers to it, but I don't think you necessarily need to.
That does remind me of stuffed peppers, of my stuffed peppers. The only thing is, it's you know, when you're eating stuffed pepper, you don't get all the juice.
Right.
So if you don't want all that juice, of course it is supposed to be soup, but just don't put as much water as I did, or let it cook out more. You could let it cook out more too.
Yeah. We're not ones to let things simmer for a long period of time.
No, we're ones to eat. We want to eat, just get to the eating part.
Once it's all cooked though, I mean, you're just really reheating everything.
I wanted to get a bite without the cheese. And I love the rice. The rice bulks it up. That's why you want to add rice to it.
Yeah, it adds some texture to it too. I really do taste the peppers. That's really nice. You could get away with not doing the multicolor though. If you just wanted to get green peppers, you would have been fine just getting the green peppers.
It's to make it pretty.
It's to make it prettier. But if you just wanted to buy green peppers, buy green peppers. So not all stores have all those different color peppers and stuff. If you just want them, and they're a little bit more expensive. If you want to get cheap, just go get green peppers. Be done with it.
You could, because when I make stuffed peppers, that's what I buy is a green pepper. I would, and honestly, for the kids, I think I talked about this in that video a long time ago. I made Kevin and I the pepper, but I would make Andrew and Ashley, our kids,
just the stuffing,
the kid-friendly version. So I would do the same thing that I would do for Kevin and I, except I would put theirs on a plate and put the cheese on the Velveeta cheese on a plate, and theirs had no pepper at all. I think this is delicious.
It's very good. What do you think with the sausage?
I love the sausage. I think it adds it doesn't like.
It's not hot. It's spicy.
No, it's
but it adds some seasoning.
Yes, it adds some seasoning to it, and it is different than ground beef. But I think either one of them would work well.
It's a denser texture.
I think it worked really well.
I think it works really well. Yeah, all this is really good.
So now, do you prefer eating it this way or eating a stuffed pepper?
I think I'd rather have the stuffed pepper, only because it's a different cheese. You get lots of Velveeta cheese in the stuffed pepper, and it's just a different flavor.
It is
cheese wise. This though, if you're just talking about the meat and the cheese, the meat and the pepper and the rice and stuff. If you're talking about just that part, this is very, very similar. You could put Velveeta in this.
You could have put Velveeta. I chose not to put Velveeta because I know that, like with chili and stuff like that, the shredded cheese melts better. You could have totally done Velveeta if you had wanted to. That was just my choice.
And if you want it spicier, sprinkle some hot sauce in there.
Yeah, but I
use spicy
like
sausage.
It.
I'm just saying other things you could do to if you
wanted to jazz it up.
Yeah, you could put spicy sausage in there and spice it up.
There's lots of ways you could jazz it up. You could put kidney beans in it and stuff like that, and it would be.
Then you're going away from stuffed peppers.
Then you're going away from stuffed peppers.
Right.
This is more like a traditional stuffed pepper flavor.
I like this, and if you really wanted to, you could put crackers in there. Ritz crackers is
you could,
always going to improve the flavor of anything.
Ritz crackers, of course it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.